Guns News. I'm Mustafa Lali. And today I will be interviewing my father, Mr. Ali Alali. So, Mr. Ali Alali, what group do you belong to?
Hi, thank you for having me here today. I actually belong to the Penrith RSL Fishing Club.
What do you do in this interesting club?
Thanks, Mustafa. I'd love to show you a few things that we use at the RSL Fishing Club. First of all, our very trusty two things that we do use are my great fishing rod and my trusty fishing reel. Now, this reel is called an overhead reel. This is particularly used on boats when you're going deep sea fishing or bottom bashing, as they call it, on the reef. Now, I've got certain line on there called braid line. There's two types of line you can use. One's called monofilament and the second is called braided line. This is 50-pound braided line, just enough so I can pick up the really big fish. And then I connect this to my rod. When I connect it to my rod, it gives me great pleasure to catch that big fish.
I would. Can you tell the lovely audience what do you wear and what equipment you use?
A few other things we use is absolute must is one of these. Now this is called a sinker. It's made from lead. A few people can actually make this. Usually you can buy it in a fishing tackle store. Now this is a 3/4 pound sinker. Just enough weight to get it to the bottom of the deep water. Another thing we use is called line and hooks. Now this is a rig that I've made up earlier. These are called hooks, mainly called circle hooks. As you can see, this is called a rig. As you can see, I have made a triple hook rig. This is particularly used when you're on the boat and you go fishing for the big fish. You got 1, 2, 3. The sinker goes on the bottom of this one, while this end goes on the end of that hook. While we're fishing with the rod and reel, we have to use certain things to catch these fish. And these certain things are called bait.
What bait do you use?
Another thing we must use on this fishing trip is called bait. Now bait is things we use to put on the hooks to make the fish hungry and excited, to make them bite the hook so we can catch them. Now certain baits we use, I always take 3 kinds with me, every time. The first one is prawns. Big, thick, yummy, delicious banana prawns. Second, I use squid. Now squid is also known as calamari. You might eat that when you get fish and chips. Very nice, but the fish love it too. Another one that I like to use is actual mullet. Now mullet is a type of fish. Now I use the fillet, the skin of the mullet. They also love that. But depending on the day, the fish could be biting anything. And it could be biting nothing at all. It's just the luck of the draw. Now, something that is very important. Whenever you're out there on a boat or out fishing or even in the sun, you must always be safe. When I mean by be safe, I mean sun safe. First thing is, you must have sunscreen. Absolute must. Okay? Second thing is a hat. I don't go nowhere without my hat. As you can see, it's one of yours. It's the best hat I've seen. Another thing is a nice pair of sunglasses. That way, the glare doesn't hurt your eyes from the sun and you don't get burnt everywhere. So make sure you slip, slop, slap.
So, how often do you go with this interesting fishing club? Whereabouts do you go when you go fishing?
Now, with the Penrith RSL Fishing Club, we go to twice in a month. The second Saturday of every month and the fourth Sunday of every month. I particularly like the Sunday trip, but sometimes I go either. Now when we go, I have to wake up at 3 in the morning. That's right, 3 in the morning. Very early. But then I get my stuff and I take it with me, pack my car and go to the Penrith RSL Fishing Club, where we pack a van and we all drive up to Wollongong. We go there every time. We get on a big boat called the Hapuka. And this boat takes us out of Wollongong about 1 hour out to sea. And then we start fishing.
What's the biggest fish you've ever caught?
Wow, the biggest fish. Well, I've caught quite a few big fish in my time, but two that really stand out. One was a Port Jackson shark. Now they're protected, but they're a beautiful, beautiful looking fish. And the skin feels like sandpaper. It was roughly this big, longer than that really. But another one is the one that got away. It was a snot-nosed trevally. Now after I brought it in the boat and undid the hook, tried to pick it up and found out it was called a snot-nosed trevally for a reason. It was all slimy like bullets. And I picked it up and slipped and slid and fell in the water. And that was my biggest fish. Thank you, Mustafa, for having me here today, and thank you all too, class. I do appreciate all the time that I've spent here, and I hope to see you guys out fishing as well. So good luck, and hopefully I'll catch one for you guys, huh?
Mr. Valali, for this wonderful interview. Good luck on your next trip. I hope you catch a big one.